add myself to the stream, whether you're on Facebook, YouTube, and I do have my braids back in tonight for tonight's live stream, right? Gotta get back in the gym, people. I gotta get back in the gym, so I have to put the braids back in. Hello, Monica from Dallas. We got 2 minutes, so let me bring him in. You all come in. Make sure you hit that like button. Right, hit that like button. And let's get some people in the room. All right, so share this broadcast whether you're on Facebook, YouTube, or the Scope, Periscope. And hello from ATL. My king is God. All right. So I'm excited. Let me see if I can add him to the stream. Let me see. All right, we got Brandon in. Thank you so much, Brandon, for coming in. Let me switch this over. I'm gonna stop sharing my other screen as the people they just coming in, Brandon, and saying hello. Brandon, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Can you hear me okay?
Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. Let's see how we're doing this. Let me cut this volume off. And okay, Brandon, can you say something for me again?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Okay, good. I can hear you. Hello. So is that everyone's coming in? They're just saying hello from Philadelphia. We have Naturally Gifted, and we got Mississippi in the credit and cash flow room. You all come in. Make sure you hit like. We got Mr. Brandon Brown in the house. I'm so honored to have him. I've been following him on Facebook. When he said she liked my braids, I had to get my braids back, right? I'm getting ready to hit that gym and lose some much needed weight. Yeah, Penny, hello. Hello from Columbus, Ohio. And Brandon, as we're building up the audience, again, I am so honored to have you in. I've been following you on Facebook, right? Following you on Facebook. Mm-hmm. See you do your thing. Talk about Ethereum. Wondering why you wasn't talking about Bitcoin. Mm-hmm. And you know what? Also, just probably introducing a lot of people, right, as they come in to cryptocurrency, including myself. Yeah. Because this is what made me begin to research cryptocurrency. I'm going to be honest. It was really just the fact that I do credit in the credit repair world, and I began to research and investigate FICO 10, right? And then I began to look at fintech and cryptocurrency, and then I began to study as far as Bitcoin and its halving, right? Yeah. And so, what got you involved in cryptocurrency?
And let me know if I'm echoing, because I think I hear myself echoing too. I don't know if that's on my end or your end. All right.
Good on my end, right? It just may be on your end, right?
Okay, hold on. Let me just double check. Okay. Okay, I'm not sure why it's echoing, but yeah. So I got back in. I actually got into crypto in 2017, and a mentor of mine, he messaged me one day and he was like, "Man, you should check out this thing called cryptocurrency." And at first I was kind of like, "Yeah, I'm not really interested in that. Like, I got some other stuff going on, blah, blah, blah." He's like, "No," you should really look into this. Like, I think it's going to be big. So he's a multimillionaire. And I was like, all right, well, if he's telling me to look into it, he wouldn't waste his time with something that's like not really legit or whatever. So yeah, basically, I got on the call with him. He went over a couple things, and like within the first 5 minutes, I was like, wow, like I could see where this is going in the future.
Right.
And I actually Western Union him $100. And that's how I got my first Bitcoin. And then from there, I just started researching and studying. And actually, it's funny. I saw you post Ian Bellina. I think it was yesterday or a couple of days ago. And I started following Ian and basically just started modeling everything he was doing. And then another guy I know named Prince, he kind of got on the phone and just showed me everything. And then from there, the rest is kind of history.
So you really entered into this through mentorship, right?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I didn't have a mentor, but it was more so my research in the credit world and fintech and coming. And then as I began to go deeper into the rabbit hole, right, I began to realize that, this is going to be a change entering to 21st century into 2021. And it's just bigger than what many people consider an investment, right? Or they just look at Bitcoin as just a pump and dump. It's an over-exaggerated stock. Bitcoin is probably the most popular one that I know. That's why I'm stating Bitcoin. And so what's your view on cryptocurrency, and why did you really invest more in Ethereum versus Bitcoin? What's your okay, go ahead. I think we had an echo, but go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Because Bitcoin, the way from what I've studied and what I've looked into and learned about it, Bitcoin is more of a store of value, right? So it's like gold, right? So if I go to the car dealership, I can't bring in a brick of gold and be like, hey, I want to buy a car, right? It's more of like just owning the gold and storing it, and then basically that's what gives it its value. So I looked at Bitcoin like that. And then once I started really learning about the blockchain and how it was going to change the world, I realized that pretty much 95% of projects are ran on Ethereum. And so
95%.
Yeah, like 95%, right? So I actually made a list yesterday of about 10 different things that 99% of people don't even know are going on right now, except for the big institutions, that is being powered by Ethereum. And so for me, I saw it as a way to, one, it was cheaper than Bitcoin to get into. Two, it has more of a use case than Bitcoin. And three, my belief is that Ethereum will be Ethereum market cap will pass Bitcoin, meaning that it will be worth more than Bitcoin in the long term. And so that's why I was like, you know what? I'm just going to accumulate as much Bitcoin as I can, or sorry, as much Ethereum as I can. And then from there, I will have something to retire on and my kids and stuff like that. So yeah, that's kind of why I got into it.
Okay, so what's your strategy? With me being I think newbie, because even when I got in 2018, when I began to research the Bitcoin halving, and I looked at Bitcoin as going to be the digital gold, I went with Bitcoin right from the beginning, and I got in with 3 Bitcoin. And so my this was last year from the price range of $3,000 to $4,000 for Bitcoin. And so my concept was to just start with Bitcoin because that was the most popular crypto or that I knew, right? Or currency that I knew, right? And Brandon, I got people coming in on my YouTube. And I want to stop right here just for 1 second while they're in, because in YouTube they'll come in and come out. You are also going to start doing more live streaming on YouTube. And what will be your YouTube channel? Let's see if
so my YouTube channel is called Blockchain Brown.
Blockchain Brown. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let me put that. And you all make sure that you find and follow Brandon on YouTube. I always say that YouTube is where the serious students are, right? Facebook is good. Facebook is good. I won't say that it's not, but YouTube is where you find the serious students are. So you all can follow Brandon, subscribe to his YouTube channel, right? YouTube has a lot of competition now. It's not easy. It's not easy, but it's definitely you get quality over quantity, right?
Yeah.
And so I started with Bitcoin, and because of you, I began to look into Ethereum, right? So we got 102 viewers now on YouTube, Brandon. So I have your follow Brandon Brown again on Blockchain Brown. Subscribe to his YouTube. He's building his YouTube. His platform right now is Facebook. So with my mindset, being a beginners and wanting to get into Bitcoin, is it too late for me? Even though I do have Ethereum, right? But I may be asking this question for some of the people that's attending live. Is it too late for me to acquire more Ethereum, or for some of the people that's viewing live? And if it's not too late, then again, you said that 95% usage for Ethereum, you feel that will happen. What's your price prediction moving forward into 2021 for Ethereum?
So yeah, it's definitely not too late. It's definitely still early. It's real early right now. In fact, the market's actually being manipulated right now by the whales, because we should have already been at $2,000-3,000 right now. But they keep on basically shorting the market and playing games. And so it's definitely not too late. Ethereum's very undervalued. I mean, it's really undervalued. So my prediction is I think minimum will do a $10,000 per coin this year. I think it could go up to like 50 grand this year.
This year?
This year, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And so everybody's like, well, how is it going to go up 50? Like, how is it even going to go up 10 grand? And you have to understand everything. You have to understand the Ethereum ecosystem to understand that there's so much money coming into Ethereum right now. And I remember back in 2017, when Bitcoin was first kind of becoming popular, everybody was talking about Bitcoin. Now all the calls I'm getting are, what's this Ethereum? How's Ethereum work? Like, everybody's talking about Ethereum.
Exactly.
And so there's things within Ethereum that are going to change the financial world. They're going to change the derivatives market. They're going to change everything. I mean, it's going to change the entire world. It's going to be like, imagine like when there was no social media. It's going to be like that type of impact on the world once Ethereum 2.0 comes out, and you know, the blockchain is a lot faster with their transaction speeds and things like that. And so now, you know, like, I don't come from money. I don't come from like, you know, a bunch of stuff like that. Like, I used to live in my car. Like, I've been through a lot of stuff, and crypto gives us the opportunity for the first time to actually have an even playing field with wealthy people, right? It's not, they can't segregate you. They can't block you out because of your race. They can't block you out because of your education. They can't, you know, there's nobody in the middle to say that this person can't be rich and this person can't be rich, right? It's literally a wealth transfer. And we know this because if you look back in 2019, about, I think it was like 2,000 of the biggest CEOs and major companies all left. Like from Disney, Microsoft, Apple, they were all leaving, right? And that's when I started noticing stuff was changing, because I'm like, why would all these people be, you know, leaving at one time? And so from there, that kind of sparked my my research to start looking into digital currencies and understanding how, like, you know, 1 minute JP Morgan was telling people, if you buy crypto, you're going to get fired. Stay away from it. It's a scam. I knew when Jamie Dimon was saying that they were just trying to build the infrastructure for what they're doing now. And so I believe that a lot of the stuff that we're going through in our world right now is because they're trying to build this digital infrastructure underneath everybody's nose that they're not paying attention to. And it's going to create a crazy wealth gap between, you know, middle class and wealthy people. And so that's kind of why I got into it, was because I knew that it was an opportunity for me to get wealth without a lot of risk and do it really, really quickly. So yeah, that's how I got into it.
And so, what uses and what cases will Ethereum? I know you said Ethereum probably will be used um, at maybe 95%.
Mhm.
And so, for maybe some beginners that I have, Bitcoin is more compared to gold, or is more of a store value, right? It's something that will store and preserve its wealth, but not really used much in the transition of the currency world. So, what functions are in this new digital currency age,
Mhm.
right? Wealth transfer, specifically, that will Ethereum be used, for example, some scenarios.
Yeah. So I think that there's basically going to be three big opportunities with Ethereum. Well, actually four. So the first one is just to hold Ethereum, right? So that's going to be one thing. Like if you get in now, and again, obviously, I'm not giving financial advice. I'm not telling you guys to go buy Ethereum. I'm not a licensed anything. Like don't listen. You know what I mean? Don't listen to me. I'm just telling you this is just my hypothesis. So one is just the store value of Ethereum, meaning that right now you can get Ethereum for about $1,400. If it goes up to 10K in a year or 50K in a year, I mean, basically, if you have $130,000 in Ethereum, and the price goes up to 10K, you're essentially a millionaire, right? So that's one use case. Another area that's going to be really big is called DeFi, and that was what I was actually asking you about. And when we were talking, I was like, "Hey, have you ever heard of DeFi?" And so DeFi basically stands for decentralized financing. And in other words, what you can do right now, like you can do, like I actually do this right now also, and like I've taught some people how to do this. But basically, what this means is that you can basically take out a loan on your money, a collateralized loan on your money, and basically borrow against that money, and then basically take that money and do whatever you want to do with it. So, for instance, if I want to buy a new car or a house or something like that, I can basically take my collateralized income. Like I can take my money. Let's say if I have $50,000, I can take $50,000, put it on a site right now, and they're going to let me borrow $25,000 off that money without a credit check, without any type of verification of income. And literally within 2 minutes, I can get 25,000.
I'm the queen of credit, right? So when you say it,
yeah,
borrow if you have enough Ethereum.
Yes.
All right. You can borrow without a credit check or proof of income.
Without proof of income, without a credit check, without even submitting an ID.
So
yeah, it's crazy.
What's the quantity amount that you need to be able to position yourself to get? Is there any set quantity that you need?
Yeah, there's no set quantity. So it's basically collateralized loans. So what that means is that if I have $5,000, I can buy $5,000 in Ethereum, put it on a DeFi site. They're going to give me $2,500, and then on top of that, they're going to give me a year to pay it back. Right? They are going to charge me interest, but the only thing is that if the value of Ethereum goes up, that paid for my loan. So I basically got my coins for free.
Wow.
Yeah,
whoa, that's powerful. And we have a question. Brandon, I usually have my books on hand, but we have the queen of deduction in Jovan Jackson of Facebook. She has 2 books. One is How to Stick It to the IRS. The story of a former IRS agent. She helps people as far as their tax deductions and understanding the tax side of it. Her second book is I usually have them right on hand, right with me. I don't think I have them. I didn't know. Well, let me see. I think I have one. Miss Sherry Peel Jackson has a question. This is one of her books right here, How to Stick It to the IRS. The other one is How to Retire Rich, and I think I have the other one somewhere. And she has a question, the queen of deduction. Man, you also Miss Sherry Peel Jackson. If you haven't heard of her, YouTube her, right? The benefits she tell you of having home-based businesses, understanding the tax laws, because you don't want to earn all of this money to get highly taxed on it. You want to save and keep as much as you can. And I'm sorry. Okay. She said she am the bank. You be the bank. That's a different joke. Okay, thank you. So her question is, using that example, would that 50K continue to earn value?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that's staking.
It is a form of staking, yeah. But the difference between DeFi and staking is where you take your coins and you just put them on a node on a staking platform, and you're earning interest off of what you already have.
Okay.
What I'm talking about is basically you're able to take what you have, borrow against it, and then essentially have that money to go invest in other things or do what you want to do. And then basically you're going to pay that back in a year's time. Now, if the coins appreciate, then basically it'll pay for itself because the value of the coins will have gone up, especially in a bull market in that year's period. So therefore now you get to keep your coins and you get to keep the money that you get. And here's the other thing too. When you do DeFi and a collateralized loan, you actually don't have to pay taxes on that, and it's actually a tax write-off for the interest that you're paying.
Oh wow! So that's wow. So does it matter whenever you transfer that into a wallet to stake? I mean, do you wait till it hit the 10K, maybe that you're predicting, or 5K, or does that matter?
No. So your money will stay on that wallet, and then you could pay the loan back anytime.
Okay.
And then from there you can take that capital. Actually, you know what? Do you guys want me to share my screen and show you guys?
Can you do it on StreamYard or on this? Go ahead, share.
Right.
I'm showing 247 on my YouTube right now. That's tuning in live.
Okay, let's see here. All right, I think I can share my screen.
Okay.
Oh, okay, can you guys see my screen now?
I can't right now. Let me see.
Oh, sorry. All right, hold on. Let me just click share. Okay, how about now?
Yes, we can see it now.
Okay. So you can see here, and this, I probably shouldn't even be showing y'all this, but you can see my credit line right here. You see it? $965,000.
Wow.
Right, and then you can see my Ethereum. I have in this account around about almost 1,200.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the thing. So what you can do is essentially you can come in here and you can borrow against your capital, right? That's how you can grow. I mean, and again, I'm not telling you guys to do this. Again, I always keep reiterating this. I'm not giving financial advice or telling you to do this. I'm just saying this is what people are doing, right? Mm-hmm. And so basically what you can do is you can come in here and you can essentially see you can earn up to 12% from your assets, or you can take a collateralized loan anywhere between 5.9 to 11% per year. Okay, but obviously I don't care about the 11% or even the 5% because we know how much crypto is going to go up. So for me, I don't really care about that.
Right.
And so basically you can come in here and literally within 2 seconds, if you click on borrow, whatever you have as collateralized loans, you can basically essentially borrow, right? So like you could borrow 50 to 60% of that, right? So you can see right here, I have this one for $1 million. And then if I wanted to, basically pay it back right now, I pretty much could pay that back. But what I'm doing is I know Ethereum is going to go up to like, $5,000, $10,000. So essentially it's going to pay for itself.
Right.
And then I walk away with my Ethereum, And then from there, I have like probably like a $2 million credit loan or credit line if I ever want to do something else, right? So that's basically kind of how you do it.
Oh, you're teaching me something about credit tonight. Wow, this is mind blowing. This is mind.
Yeah.
Wow.
So basically, you know, like if you know where the market is going, now here's the other crazy part about this. So you can actually borrow a loan and buy more crypto, right? And then essentially just keep stacking crypto until you get to the amount that you want. And then for me, Ethereum's long-term anyway, right? So like I'm probably not cashing out to like $50,000 or $100,000. But then what you can do is once you get to like a certain amount, you then take that and then you put it into a one of these like ETH 2.0 staking, where now you can earn like 10 to 20% off of that money every single year. So now you figure, you know, if you got $5 million, that's a passive $500,000 a year that you're making, you know, from that. And so, yeah, that's
wow. This is just powerful.
Yeah.
This is just powerful. Jim said this is TSP on steroids, and you are right. If you use debt or you use a loan to invest, you're not taxed, and then you're earning passive income all at the same time, right?
Yeah. So like you can actually cash out, and again, I'm not a financial planner or anything advisor.
You're not, either am I. We make this disclaimer, right?
Yeah, I'm just doing
conversations, right?
Yeah, but basically what you can do is, let's say you made the money, you can basically go out and say, okay, I'm going to take out a loan for X amount of dollars, and then they can't tax you on the loan because it's actual, right? And there's some other stuff that you can do too, but yeah, we won't get into all that right now. But yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. So if you have this information, now is the time to utilize it because we know where the prices are going. And then from there, you can exponentially grow your crypto really quickly, put some away for the long term, do whatever you want, swing trade or do whatever with the other. And then, you know, you're good to go.
Is just your portfolio made up of Ethereum, or do you have other
I have other coins too.
Okay, so do you trade or do you just use the loan against?
No, so that's like my long-term, just I don't even touch that crypto. The way I actually made my first million was I basically go out and I find coins before they pop. Right. So and then what I do is I invest into that and then wait to see it grow. Right. So essentially what I do is I basically just find coins that have like a lower value, that have a utility value, and then I basically buy, sell, and trade, and then put it into Ethereum.
Wow! So I think someone and Miss Jackson. Let me make sure I have correct Miss Jackson on real quick. Okay, I'm sorry. How to Escape the Rat Race, the book that I have. I don't have it in front of me. I do have this one, How to Stick It to the IRS, and Confession of a Former Insider, right? So I just want to make sure that I'm speaking to the queen of deduction on our live stream, because I'm so honored to have her in, as well as yourself. Want to deem you as the king of crypto.
That's funny.
Crypto millionaire that I've had the honor to bring in, right? Because again, I would tell people up front, my interest in this was just from the credit perspective. And then another king of credit that I consider was Corey P. Smith. And he wrote a book in 2013 about the change of digital dollars, the RFID chips, everything being digitalized. And then today, right, I think someone asked me, let me answer this question real quick before I forget. Someone asked, is that the correct YouTube channel because there's no videos yet? So do I have your correct YouTube?
Yeah. So that's it. It's a brand new channel. I'm gonna put my first video out like on Wednesday.
Okay, so you all make sure you go and support him. He's brand new. He's been religious on Facebook, so he's just expanding his message and platform. So yes, it's correct. You won't see any videos as of yet, but let's give him subscribers, right? Let's give him subscribers and let's show him thank you for this knowledge that he's dropping on us, right? Sean asks, Brandon, have you heard of Coinbase? Maybe offering an ICO when they go public. It still has that been approved by SEC, and the rumor is they may be using Ethereum's blockchain.
Yeah, so basically, it would be an IPO, not an ICO. So an ICO is initial coin offering, an IPO is initial public offering. So yeah, they are supposed to be doing an IPO, and it wouldn't be on a blockchain because the company would be publicly traded in the stock market. But yeah, that definitely is true.
Okay. Okay. So they be using Ethereum on the blockchain, right? Okay, Miss Sherryfield Jackson said her books also. UBThebanks.com, UB the Bank. So you all make sure you support Miss Jackson. I'm not a person. I work with any race or ethnic group, but it's different. It is a different feeling and vibe when you are supporting within your own and people that's like-minded and on the same page. And so you all, Miss Sherry Peel Jackson, UBTheBankBooks.com, right? UBTheBankBooks.com. You definitely, and also listen to her stories on YouTube. So at this point, as we have the king of the millionaire, Ethereum is leading the way. Thank you all for the digital love, also on Facebook and Periscope. Any questions, I'm going to give you all a 5-minute window to ask Brandon because I don't know his time. He's probably waiting on Ethereum to hit maybe. What do you think Ethereum at midnight tonight will go higher? The last I looked at it, where is it at right now? As a matter of fact,
let's see. Right now it is at 1343.
1343. Okay. Do you expect it within hours to maybe hit higher overnight? I'm on Central Standard Time, and sometimes around at midnight hour or whatever it does, make some guys.
I think it's being manipulated right now. Like I think it's being suppressed. Yeah, I think it already should have been way out of here by now, to be honest with you. But so
do you think it'll be just a certain a window within the next couple of months where we'll see a bull run for Ethereum and crypto?
No, I think it's gonna be way before a couple of months. Yeah. Okay. This is gonna be like a couple of days or a couple of weeks. Yeah.
So without either one of us giving financial advice, we're not your fiduciaries, we're not your financial advisor. This is just an interview, right, between me and Brandon, and you all just joining us live. If I'll say I make it personal. If I wanted to acquire more Ethereum, do you think even at $1,343 that still that's still a low investment opportunity for me?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So he's that for me.
I think it's very low. But I would say, yeah, definitely check with your financial advisor. But I'm buying at this level. So this is what I tell people. If you want to gauge what's too high to buy or what's too low, look at what the institutions are doing. The institutions are coming in Bitcoin at 41,000.
Okay.
They got enough money to look at the markets, look at the charts, talk to people. Why would they be buying in at 40,000 or even 30,000 if it was already too high? Why would people still be buying Ethereum today? Institutions be buying today if it was too high, right? So that's kind of how I look at it. Grayscale is one of the largest institutions right now that's buying up so much Bitcoin, so much Ethereum at this price. And they're actually getting ready to launch. Actually, I think they have Ethereum Trust already. So my thing is, I'm like, I just follow them. I'm like, well, if they're still buying it, clearly it's not the top yet, because they wouldn't be getting involved if they thought that it was. And they work with accredited investors, right? So they're not going to be taking accredited investors' money this late in the game if it was late. But what they know is that it's severely undervalued. And what I keep telling people is that don't look at this bull run. Look at the next. Imagine what the next happening is going to be. Wow. So if we do $20,000-$30,000 right now, you get in position. If you have strong enough hands to hold, what if next bull run or next happening, Ethereum goes to 100,000? Right. So that's what I'm looking at. I mean, you know, I care, but I really don't. I'm looking at what happens next time. Wow. Because it's going to happen every 4 years, right? So, yeah.
Okay. One of my Patreons have a question. She says, this is a question I would like both of you all to answer. Do you think having physical silver will equal the amount of Ethereum digital silver? Like physical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will there be that many Ethereums? Or does she mean?
Well, I guess she's saying like the return on investment, because it's expected that physical silver, being both an industrial and monetary metal, during this great reset, right? I guess she's asking what would be the greatest return on investment.
I mean, again, I can't really tell you what would be the greatest return on investment because I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not really qualified to do that.
Right.
But what I can tell you is that me personally, okay, after consulting with my financial advisors and my people, I am going with Ethereum. Yeah, that's me. I'm going with Ethereum over regular silver.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how did you told me your story of you used to sleep in your vehicle. You're pretty much raising yourself up, and Martin Luther King would say, by your own bootstrap. How did you even get in the network or in communications with a millionaire mentor, and how important has that been for your financial health and well-being and knowledge?
Everything. I mean, everything. I mean, I didn't know, so much. I didn't know what I didn't know, right? Like you grow up a certain way, seeing the world a certain way. You know, I lived in Hollywood for about 10 years. I experienced a lot of like racism and segregation and just stuff that is like, it would blow your mind. Like if you knew like some of the stuff that goes on over there. And so for me, being in that industry and just knowing people over there, I started realizing that people had information that wasn't my mom or my cousin or, you know, my uncle or somebody didn't have. And so for me, I was like, you know what? I want to acquire this information and put it to use. And that's kind of what I did. So I think your question was, how did I meet them, or
how did you come in that circle? How did you have access to them? Yeah,
so I basically am an internet marketer first, right? And I was in network marketing, affiliate marketing, and basically my mentor said there's only two ways into the circle. Either you buy your way in or you produce your way in. And I didn't have money to buy my way in. So I had to produce for them to get around them to give me that information that I needed. And then from there, I had to relearn how to learn information and what to do with it. And I had to understand how to move up in networks and and how to provide value when you don't have monetary, when you don't have money to like, give stuff. And so for me, I kind of learned the art of just providing value for people, even if they were rich or they were whatever. And then from there, I just started picking up little pieces here and there. And the next thing you know, I started putting it together. And yeah, that's pretty much how I did it.
Okay. And this, I think I want to share this because I know time is money. And I'm so appreciative that you sharing your knowledge. This platform you just shared, I don't know if people understand $1 million worth of knowledge. But I saw this executive order, Biden signs by American executive order. And he wants, based on the view that we are making things in America, and America is core to our economic strategy. And I don't think people really understand this, because of course they had the impeachment airing today and things of that nature. But what I don't think people understand is that this executive order pretty much said in so many words, right, that the United States dollar would not be the reserve currency. We're buying American. The dollar, the cash dollar, is devalued and eventually will be destroyed. We're moving to digitalized currency that's also assets, right? I call it cash on crypto, right? I call it cash on crypto, just like Superman and Kryptonite, that it just grows your cash to position people for what many economists are predicting to be the Great Depression, not a recession, right? But the Great Depression 2.0, referencing the depression of the 1930s. And now you have brought millionaire knowledge of how to leverage, again, credit to invest in more, because what many people don't know is that whatever little savings of cash that you may have, right, in your savings account is not going to last for the years of what we is about to experience, right? So is it just me? Am I just a conspiracy theory that I'm thinking that, we soon won't know, remember this in the next year or two, that everything is artificial intelligence, that we're moving to a technological biometrics world, that cryptocurrency is really your last resort if you want to be able to feed your kids, if you want to be able to keep have money to pay the rent and pay the mortgage, right? I even saw the Federal Reserve wants people to start purchasing more of their food online through Walmart and Amazon. So you have billionaires who are becoming trillionaires. What's your perspective on it? What if someone says, I still believe Bitcoin is a pump and dumps, and that cryptocurrency, we won't be a digital dollar world, that nothing will change. We just have a couple of million Americans out of jobs, and maybe this time next year, right, we'll be back to the quote unquote great America. What are your closing remarks and thoughts on that?
They got to wake up.
You're right.
They got to wake up. I know change is hard, and it's hard to see the forest through the trees, right? But the writing's all over the wall. Okay, it is literally all over the wall. And if you guys can't see that, we are being conditioned into a digital world, slowly but surely. We're being conditioned. It went from 2 weeks to now we already a year. And borders are closed, social distancing. They keep slowly taking things away to get us used to this new way that we're going to be living. And my belief is that we're going to be going to a universal income. That's what I believe. I believe we will go to a universal income. I believe the dollar will be destroyed. Actually, not be. The dollar is destroyed.
It really is. Already.
There's no more dollar right now. I mean, it's being printed like left and right, right? And the thing is that people don't really understand it because it's not affecting them from the ground level yet. But the dollar's already been destroyed. You can't print this much money and then just go back to life as normal.
Exactly.
Right? And so what they're doing is they're taking out the small businesses, because the small businesses is like the nucleus of the economy, right? Exactly. If you disband the small businesses, then basically you affect the economy. And so what's going to end up happening is they're going to end up we're going to end up going to universal economy. And then right now, the people who are in crypto, who are in digital currencies, it's going to be like an elite status. It's going to be like, oh, this person has a bunch of crypto. And this is how I know this, because if you do your research, you'll see the institutions, they're actually buying Bitcoin and Ethereum, and they're removing it off the internet. Mm-hmm. They're not buying it, trying to flip it, trying to make some dollars, they're literally hoarding it.
Yes.
Because they know that once Bitcoin runs out, once Ethereum runs out, now everybody's trying to get it. And so if you're on this universal income, then you're going to have enough to just pay your bills and just do what you got to do. And if you think about AI technology and all the stuff that is coming, I read an article years ago. It said 60% of jobs that are going to be around in 10 years have not even been created yet.
Wow.
Right? So it's people are literally doing life. And I'm not trying to scare people, but I know in my household, we're taking this. This is a serious thing. This is not a game. This is not something that you should just be going to work everything's normal and just no. You should be preparing right now because the writing's on the wall.
Right.
Right. And so banks have just regulated stable coins, meaning that now banks can actually basically finish transactions in stable coins. Why is all this happening right now? Right? You got to think about all that, right? And so my thing is, it's either or you don't. And then, what we're not going to do is we're not going to be blaming the economy or blaming the president or blaming this person. No. You have access to the information right now. It's just, do you want to take action, and do you want to actually, save yourself? I mean, that's the best way I could put it, right? So yeah, that's my 2 cents on it. Is I think that we are definitely headed into what Joe Biden calls a dark winter, and if you know what that is, don't know what that is, go research that. But yeah, everything's changing, and eventually, once the infrastructure is set up, I believe all this COVID goes away, everything goes away, and now we're just living life, but it's different, So that's my quote unquote conspiracy theory. But yeah, so I just think that crypto is a hedge against this inflated dollar that's going to cause hyperinflation.
Exactly.
That's going to cause all this stuff that people just are not aware of, food shortages, all this stuff. And then, you're going to have some digital. And also, too, the last thing I say about this is China has already rolled out. The U.S. is not going to let China become the reserve currency in this new digital economy. They're not going to do that. So, I mean, they're going to have to make a move towards digital currency eventually. And when they do, then that's going to solidify crypto. And then the prices are going to go up even more. So,
will there be one dominating reserve currency, or will it look like more one world type order type thing?
It's funny because I have a feeling Facebook is in on this, to be honest with you. A lot of people don't really know who Mark Zuckerberg really is. With research, you can know who this guy really is. But I really think when Libra comes out, I think that, that might be somehow tied in, and that could be the currency. But I mean, who knows? Right now it's all speculation, but I just
yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's
yeah, wow.
Yeah, it's deep because they were already supposed to roll out, then they got stopped, and then you know, and they're doing stuff like everybody was logged out of their accounts. Like it was just some weird stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think any of that stuff is accident, but yeah, I guess we got to see.
Okay, so what if I thought I had, but I can talk about this with you all day, but I'm still trying. Would it be any hope for me, Brandon? I'm waiting on the $1,400 stimulus. I'm behind on my bills. Ethereum is already at 1,400. What if I'm limited income already? Is it any hope for me? And I'm one of the 258 people watching you on YouTube. Is there still any hope for me in this cryptocurrency world to try to stay afloat?
Yeah, I think there is. Because here's the thing. You got to think long term, not short term. If you see 1,400, like people thought 20,000 Bitcoin, oh, that was too much.
Right.
I remember people saying that. We're at the top, 20,000 Bitcoin, not doing it, right? So my thing is, yeah, it's not too late. But there's also other asset and other coins that are coming out that you can buy for cheaper. And then those coins can go up really quick, 100x, 1,000x, and then you can flip that into Ethereum, right? So I don't think that it's too late. I think that you're still early. You still can get educated. You still can start little. You still can start with little. And I think this is the most important education in the world right now, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't know what else there is to learn when you're stuck at home. And I think everybody should be learning about crypto, and everybody should be getting aware of the markets and look at how the US dollar is tied to crypto, right? Like this dump that just occurred was because the US dollar shot up, right? Anytime crypto pumps, typically, I'm not gonna say typically, but if you look at when the last stimulus came out, that's when crypto pumped, right? Mm-hmm. And so there's a lot of correlations in between the stuff that you can see that if you just kind of know about it, you're just like, man, all right, let me go get in position and then kind of basically do what I can do. That's why I tell people, you just got to do what you can do. And you can't look at somebody like me or you or somebody like that who we've been doing this for 3 years when everybody thought it was a scam. Everybody thought it was this. Everybody thought it was that. And we just kept on going. You can't look at that. You got to just do what you can do. And like I would tell my brother, and I'm not telling you guys to do this, but just a little bit at a time, right? Put a little bit at a time, little bit at a time, little bit at a time, little bit at a time. And they call it dollar cost averaging, right? If you dollar cost average into crypto over time, it's like you're gonna get a lower price. You're basically gonna be getting a lower price. So that's kind of what I think is that you got to just make up your mind, get your first crypto, get it in there, and then become serious about it. And then you could definitely do it. Because there was an article that came out a couple weeks ago. And again, I'm not advocating that you do this. I'm just telling you what the article said. The article said that if you would have put in like your stimulus check, and then when crypto pumped, I think you would have made somewhere like around $5,000 or $10,000.
Right.
Right. So I mean,
and I really hate it, or as Mr. T would say, I pity the fool, because there are some financial advisors that people listen to that says, "Hey, don't invest in crypto." They don't understand it. They don't understand that this is the future. This is the only way some people will stay afloat. As you mentioned, universal basic income, and which universal basic income will stay around until this C word is floating. And then when it's all of a sudden clears up by the numbers that the media is providing to you, right? That you all, buy into and believe, then even that universal basic income will be reduced. And this is, like you said, the greatest wealth transfer, right? The greatest wealth transfer that this generation, I don't think people understand, has ever experienced. And as I always state, either you're going to be on the prosperity side or the poverty side. It's no in between at this point. No. So anything on the stock market, do you feel like some people who prefer stocks over the cryptocurrency type deal, would they end up in a good position as well? Or
Yeah, no, I think the stock market is going to again create that gap. What I did was when all this started happening, I went and actually researched the 1930s.
I did too.
And I started just looking at like what was going on, what was the sentiment, what were people doing, who got rich, who got poor, how were the governments acting, I just started looking at everything, trying to like understand like what was going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, yeah, that's when I was like, oh, okay, like I can see what's going on. It's pretty clear, how we're moving. So yeah,
we're moving. As I tell people, history may not repeat itself, but it often rhymes.
Mm-hmm.
So this is your closing remark. I'm just honored to have you on. We really got some prestige guests in with Miss Sherry Peel Jackson and yourself. Congratulations on everything in your life. I appreciate you for your time, right, and your knowledge that you provided. And again, you all make sure it's strolling at the bottom to subscribe to Brandon's channel. He's building on YouTube. He's going to spread this knowledge at Blockchain Brown. Make sure you all are subscribers, right? And so I'm leaving you with the closing remark. Other than that, I'm done. And hopefully I can have you on later on before you go into your millionaire status hiding.
Right. So I'm definitely doing that.
I know when this thing hits, Brandon, I'm trying to find you. Maybe I'm trying to find you in Puerto Rico somewhere.
I'm gone. No, first of all, thank you for having me. Thank you for introducing me to your audience and allowing me to come on and share this information. I definitely appreciate that. In closing, I would just say, especially for our people, like I just want to talk to our people for a second. Like we gotta, this is our opportunity, like we always ask for it. We always want an even playing field. We always want just a chance. Like I know for me, like I just wanted a chance, right? Like being a minority and wanting to do bigger things. Me and my brother used to always say, man, if we could just get an even playing field, it's game over, because we're so used to like having the raw end of the stick, or like, you know what I mean? Just having to fight extra hard for things. And so I would just say, like, one, to like our people, like definitely take advantage of this opportunity. And then two, just for everybody, like everybody who's in the struggle or who wish that they had that opportunity to really look into Bitcoin, really look into cryptocurrencies, really get an education, because it doesn't take a lot to like win big. Like it really doesn't. And so that's my closing remarks. Definitely, I tell everybody, keep on following you. I watch your videos all the time. And so, yeah, we just keep on putting the word out and keep on grinding.
All right. Thank you so much, King. And hopefully I'll meet you somewhere on the millionaire side on the beaches of the world too. And we can connect again whenever you have time. Just let me know. I'd love to have you on.
For sure. Thank you for having me.
All right. Thank you, Brandon.
Alrighty.
Okay. And so you all make sure you subscribe to Brandon Brown. It's Strolling Blockchain Brown. His videos when he started on YouTube will definitely give you all more information and insight. And also, I wouldn't feel right with logging off and not sharing my information with you all as well. If you want to know where to purchase and the platforms, you can go to Cash on crypto.com, and it's crypto with a K. You can download the PDF. It has Ethereum, and it has several platforms. One of the platforms that I share on here, you can even purchase with credit cards, right? And so just go on cash.crypto.com. You can download the book, right? Download it. CashOnCrypto.com. It's in the comment. Queen of Crypto book is 30 pages. So it lists Ethereum, Bitcoin, and some of the other stable coin and altcoins that Brandon talked about. If you're not a person of the income status level, maybe you don't have the $1,400 to start with Ethereum, You might want to look at the other altcoins. There are still altcoins under $1 in some cases, and some under 100. Gives you 2 platforms. Neither of the platforms are Robinhood, right? It's not Robinhood, because with Robinhood, you cannot ever store or own, right, that crypto. So you definitely want the platforms in which you can store it, you can own it, and you can use your credit for loans against it. So thank you all so much. So again, Queen of Crypto Report, Cash to Crypto. The website again is Cash on Crypto with a K, right? As of Superman Kryptonite, cashoncrypto.com. So thank you all for coming in. It looks like we're showing over 200 people that was live, right? That was on the live stream. And hopefully I can have Brandon back. Make sure you subscribe again to his channel, and also that You Be the Bank. Let me share that with Miss Sherry Peel Jackson. Go You Be the Banks. The Queen of Deduction. Let me share her website as well. Check her out, because what a lot of people don't understand, You Be the Bank's books.com, is that knowledge is power, people. Knowledge is power. So first get your knowledge and then convert. And I really would not hesitate on getting these books in your hands, so you can know exactly how to position yourself for prosperity. So let me share her site as well, because again, you want to know how to strategically position yourself. So this is her website. And again, subscribe to Brandon. Only $12.99, people. So we're talking about under $50 to position yourself for this great reset. How to be the bank, and not to have to borrow another penny for your finance and your dreams. So that's Ms. Jovan Jackson, financial coach, right? So visit that website as well. Hey, I'm signing out, you all. So here's to your health and your wealth, your peace and your prosperity, your credit, your crypto, and your cash flow. You all are more than welcome. Go out and get the products, and make sure you invest in your financial education. Queen of Credit out. Have a great night.